driving force in the T1 victory. Something about being the first match of the day woke him up quite large and wide, and he's likely going to be another one of those players that's a huge factor. But let's pay attention to this first round. I think that we might find a little bit more value out of what we can see TSM setting up. We saw a lot, especially against the I believe the Immortals match, and even prior TSM matches against Moon Raccoons. They love mid control. They love it on the defensive side, on the offensive side. They love splitting through heaven, through either heaven, whether it's through ropes or straight through mail. And we're seeing that exact same setup to start here for TSM.
And for FaZe, they have a little bit of utility on both sides, but they don't have any presence there. Drone's going to drop into ropes. They're one of the two pieces of utility that they had set up. And you see members of FaZe on your minimap start to rotate that way. That tripwire going down was the Q. Oh, that was so well played by Drone too. Very cheeky. He tops onto the cables to let him think that's what's coming, drops off, and drops the curveball to follow that up. But either way, TSM has funneled their way over onto B. It was all a bait. FaZe is going to show up just a bit late, but Relyks is there already.
Wait, Wardell's in a little trouble. He does get taken down by Relyks. Down to the 3v3. Spike's still not planted, and Zachary's actually on the side. He hears that Spike being planted, but there's a player down in hell. It's all down to Marv. Phoenix shots are going to land onto Hayes, but it's a 1v2. Drone up above. Sabrosa off the side. Angle into the choke point. Sees where the Spike's planted. Drone pulls off. Oh, shots onto Sabrosa are going to be good. It's the 1v1. Man in the mirror. Phoenix versus Phoenix. Early peek takes him a little down, and Marv will fall as TSM Drone will find the opening pick. We have to highlight that ropes play. As you had highlighted it, he made noise, threw the curveball, and the rest of the team just rushed the heaven side on the B side. Very well executed. Good old pump fake, never hurt anybody. Now we'll see how TSM will set up this next round as FaZe Clan are on the eco.
Again, FaZe, at least early on, not going to be buying up a ton. So TSM will have the artillery advantage. On the attacking side, we've already seen a couple of mind games played, but nothing aggressive quite yet. Good bit of CC used to try to clear out a couple of different spots. As you see, Drone also trying to create some room, give him something to work with up across the middle of the map. Zachary and Baby Bay are going to be waiting just around the corner. If they go into mailroom, the Spike has not moved very far at all.
Ooh. Baby Bay's in a good spot. You see Drone not even really paying attention to the potential of a player being in the mailroom. And that might be how Zachary's playing it. Like if he's playing it super passive on the heaven side, just trying to see and back away, they may not anticipate Baby Bay playing there. And of course, you also have Cutler there providing some of that utility. It's going to be a mid-round B hit. Rocket's the only player there, as Hayes will wrap around. He was holding the line for a potential flank. Now here comes the execute for TSM.
Drone using the curveball, swinging over, checking heaven, and the smoke is going to go down as well. But a really nice paranoia from Rockets to at least buy some time. He's going to get flashed up, however, and dropped at the hands of Drone as he lights up the kill feed with the second kill on the round. Sabrosa gets in on the action, as well as TSM are going to have the numbers advantage and the spike planted.
Last two members of FaZe Clan up in the middle. I mean, this was a round that, you know, the second round conversion tends to go to the favorite of the pistol round winner, but can FaZe Clan find another pick? That is the big question. That'll really provide a solid equilibrium moving into that third round force-up. TSM, they're just backing away slowly. FaZe Clan maybe anticipated members pushing up through mid. Ooh. Are they going to go for a cheeky defuse at the last
Relax,
second?
guys. It's not even like I was gone that long. Don't say rip my toilet, all right?
They've already exited the
I'm just
site.
taking my time, you know, chilling.
Marv will find that one, and then... Oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't even know why I thought they were going for it. The new economy,
Yeah, they want to die so they get money.
changes make sense for them to die
Because
they want to
saving
buy as much as possible this upcoming round.
screws you.
At least they find Sabrosa. So they find the equilibrium. All is right with
Kim
the
Jack
world.
back from my trip to the
TSM
cigarette
they
store.
develop This is the hardest round to convert on, especially up against the defense.
The waistband on these sweatpants are, it's like super tight.
TSM find themselves in like a good 8-4 finish in favor of the defense. And that is what TSM want. The fact that they've already started with 2 is a huge positive for them in this first half.
Yeah, TSM starting on attack side,
Wardell's gonna have the operator.
winning the pistol in the following round is
Garage. You see TSM
pretty big
has
deal.
stacked up a couple of members that way. Drone gonna be the tip of the spear with reinforcements behind him, but nothing showing from FaZe.
It will,
early
Kevin.
on. Already
Oh yeah, they already answered you, so
pretty
yeah.
considerable adaptation from what we've
Time your
expected
speed shit's
from
interesting.
FaZe is they're playing far more patiently here and
She
forcing
always
TSM
asks me to
to
plunge it for her after she goes.
Kind of very interesting. I wonder what TSM know that we don't in their early looks towards B main. Are they anticipating some sort of like aggressive peak? Because I mean, we saw that on Haven, we saw that on Bind, and it's just interesting to see how TSM are trying to adapt to these early rounds. So we see the run it back, it's used by Drone. He's going to be just running into the site, hoping to find a pick of some sort, but the Drone clone will dissipate, and 4 members of FaZe Clan have committed to this B side. Zach,
Their timing is was good on this hit.
but he's flashed off. Now they start to funnel in here for TSM. One gets tagged, and Zachary's going to wait for the rest of his team to come and join him. Wardell's op is down as Corey will find it.
That's a big
4v5
kill.
retake in the post plant.
Ray's got ult off the plant.
All of their presence on the site proper as they start to swing out towards
See, like,
the
someone
rock,
should
but
be
Takeo
pushing off of
Drone
Cutler's
has
flash.
made that slow
He shouldn't be
burn rotation
flashing and then being
all
the first guy to
way around the
peek.
map. Keep a close eye on him as he here. The showstopper has been used. Subrosa was
That's a
able
big
to get
kill.
one, but gets traded out. It's going to drop into a 3v2 in favor of FaZe Clan. TSM still trying to hold the defenses at bay. It's just Hayes.
Oh!
He's got a 2 health left, trying to stay alive. Unfortunate.
He tried to go to
Relyks
elbow.
gets the best of them. FaZe is going to get the defuse, and they're going to get on the board.
Solid retake from FaZe Clan. I think Drone maybe a little bit too late to the party. The
I
rest of the team
peace
couldn't
sleaze.
Find enough time.
I've seen the poop
to
knife
hold on
copy
to that site.
pasta. Yeah, I think I did.
So solid retake from FaZe
I think I've
Clan,
seen that
looking at
disgusting
how,
story.
The positioning was there.
Do I like
for
maple
Hayes. He
syrup?
tried
Yeah,
to
it's
peek
okay.
into
I
the
like,
corner to buy himself more time, but he gets taken
It
down.
was
So
crazy to me how many people
we
like
understand
don't
that
realize
round
that
was supposed to go in
the
favor of FaZe Clan. Definitely
name
TSM
brand
getting a
maple
little
syrup you
expensive
buy
to
is
take
not
two
really
down
like
with him, and now
maple
we're seeing a
syrup, you know.
soft buy
It's
from
like
TSM.
high fructose
Still
corn
looking
syrup or
towards that
whatever.
A site.
The good, like the actual, you know,
And the spike's still in base.
pure maple syrup is a completely different taste than like the artificially like sweetened, like Aunt Jemima or Aunt Jemima's. What did I just say? Aunt Jemima. Aunt Yo
He's not gonna
Mama's.
have the opportunity this time around. Marved with the Vandal is able to get the best of him. Now the spike has been picked up and they're
All
moseying
right,
their way
kind of
towards
his
the-
flash went behind him.
I think we're going to see this a lot. Early presence on the opposing site that they want to hit. We saw the early A presence where Dell gets up into ropes.
Nothing like 100
Now
grams of
they've
sugar
been
for breakfast.
developing slow
I want
moving
pancakes
push
and
towards
syrup
B side.
and
Drone
fruit,
falling
and then I
doesn't
want
help
some
out. Now
fucking
Ross,
donuts,
the
and then I
operator's
want
gonna
some.
get flashed off, still tries to land a shot, and the
How did that not
paranoia.
blind him?
He's going to look to try to get to safety. He's still
Did you see that breach flash that didn't do anything?
Covering for him.
Bloomed right in his face.
Down to Hayes. In a 1v4.
I swear the flashes are weird sometimes. He was wood and a breach flash bloomed right in his eyes, and he was like mid TPing out, and it didn't blind him at all.
Finds the pick up to Marv.
Not even like partial.
That'll equal that out, but there's still 3 members remaining for FaZe Clan. He's gonna teleport in. Or not. Throw down a smoke so he has safe passage to cross, but this should be
30
It should
seconds
be.
left.
FaZe Clan cleaning the
How much money are all your CS skins worth? Some people have like 10k plus in skins. I think that's wild. 10k is a low number, dude.
And the thing is,
For like some of the people that actually have like dirty skin collections, like 10k can come from 2 skins.
what's been given
I don't know how much my skins are worth. My total value.
10
room,
seconds
but he's
left.
been entirely surrounded, dancing around in the smokes. Is able to get Corey, but Rockus is going to take care of him with the operator. FaZe tied up at 2 apiece.
I had a knife. Like my 2 main knives are the StatTrak Crimson Web that I've had for a long time, and then the factory new Gamma M9 Doppler. That was like, those 2 knives are probably like a big portion of like whatever my CS skins are still worth nowadays. That knife, when it was given to me, the other one I traded for myself, but the Doppler was given to me. I think at the time it was given to me, that knife was around like $4,000. But who knows what the value is nowadays.
To be fair,
I actually gave that knife to a friend who
fact that it goes down to 2,
needed some help
one,
with paying bills, and someone that I trust who said that once they get like a steady job that they'll pay me back for whatever they sell the knife for. But I wasn't playing CS, and I figured, you know, why not? So I gave it to him to sell.
But it could be better if they have more members surviving as the rounds go.
Rocket's not able to land the opening shot.
CS skins are worth so expensive because they have there's a player controlled market that obviously can set the value for skins depending on the supply and demand. In a game like Valorant, of course, the skins are worth $0 once you buy them because you can't sell them to somebody else, you can't trade them, and there's no player driven market. But CS has an entirely player driven economy in terms of skins and value and stuff, and that's why they're more like investments, because you can sell them, you can trade them, you know.
And they are able to pick off a member of FaZe.
You normally see that with the Omen. They'll paranoia from the Scuttle Shack. And now
I mean, you can get like a CS knife for like $50, or you can get a CS knife for like $500 or like $1,000. You know, there's a wide price range there. Oh my god, are they ecoing them? Oh, getting ecoed on when you're on defense side split.
Or rather have 3 members up against the 2.
That's rough.
For FaZe Clan, do they save these weapons or do they fight? So now the upgraded weapons for TSM.
You can refund in Valo though. Yeah, that still doesn't change the value of the skins. The skins hold at 0 value besides just you enjoying the aesthetic of the skin. Right? FaZe shouldn't have pushed that. I think FaZe should have stayed in the smoke.
Defenses of TSM, and it looks like they're gonna get the defuse off as well. FaZe take the lead.
Good retake as well. I think it's not in the FaZe DNA to save there. You know.
What up, I cry Sag? I appreciate that.
Not in the chromosomes.
What do you mean given? I mean I traded it to him for nothing.
For sure thought that there were some upgrades. Like there was
What else would given
there had to have been
mean?
something somewhere, right? I'm surprised that they were all still with pistols.
Yeah, you could literally have an entire loadout of skins for $5 for every weapon, or you could spend $500 on one skin.
It's kind of like a cheeky. I don't know. Listen, I'm just trying to pull straws here. Just confused why TSM wasn't able to find weapons on the ground.
Oh, sorry. When I said Doppler, you can't go. And the thing about CS skins and value is that you can't just go look at the trade market value, nor can you look at the value of a particular skin. Nobody uses the Steam market for actual trading because there's a price limit on how much you can list something for. So if you have a skin that's of high value, you're not using the market. You're trading it to somebody else individually. And specifically speaking about the Doppler, I had an M9 bayonet emerald Doppler. So like the Doppler has like all these different skin patterns, but the 3 most expensive are the Sapphire, the Ruby, and the Emerald. One is all blue, one is all red, one is all green. And those are way more expensive than just like a regular Doppler pattern, right? If I went here and I typed in M9 Bayo Doppler, it's like a black and purple and blue type of color like this, right? But this is not like this is not the most valuable one. The most valuable one would be like a Emerald M9 Doppler. Yeah, like this is the knife that I had that I gave to my friend to sell. So you see how it's like entirely different than that pattern you were seeing. This is like, these are the ones that are expensive, are these like unique patterns. Like this one's obviously all green compared to what that other pattern looked like, which it was just black, purple, blue, kind of a space, outer space like pattern. This is a best of 5. Yeah, TSM's already up 2-0. So if TSM wins this map, then they win the series.
I love that showstopper.
Oh,
It just buys them
yeah,
time.
no. It was a guy. So this is actually kind of funny. The guy that gave me, the guy that gave me the knife, actually was a YouTuber who was going around gifting items to streamers for a YouTube video he was making. And then he ended up getting trade banned. I found out a little while later, which was kind of unlucky, I guess. But yeah, trade ban means basically your inventory. It was not McSkillet, no. His name was Juicy, I think. But yeah, so like his inventory gets locked basically. So anything that you had in there that was of value is worth nothing now because you can't trade it and you can't sell it. But yeah, he gave me the knife before that happened, so unlucky. Well, I mean, I guess lucky, but
they need to continue this momentum to find success and take us to that 4th map. TSM once again poised around the middle.
Yeah, a lot of the skin collections are just artists that make them and submit them to Valve, and then like they'll include them in the next case or something like that. For a lot of the weapon skins, at least.
And they have a little bit more control there, so maybe we might see a flank from Marv, who's in there right now.
No idea why he got banned. No idea what the reason for the trade ban was. Could be something to do with like a gambling site. A lot of these like skin YouTubers, they get all the skins and they get the money to buy the skins from, you know, gambling sites and advertisement and stuff. But I have no idea why he was trade banned. Do I feel like Valorant will never do something where you can unlock value in your skins? What about account selling? Nah, account selling is not allowed in any game, bro. And if that's what they needed to do to make like enforce value of skins, then I don't know what to do. Like account selling is not legal in I think almost any game. Even in League, people buy accounts in League all the time, but it's against the terms of service, you know. It's oh, he's gonna push his body, or he's trying to.
For TSM, Relyks on site, Baby Bay.
I don't know what they could do, you know.
With Wardell alongside Drone. They'll back away, spike in hand. 16 seconds left. They have to force the issue. Drone needs to help Wardell out here. Shots can be close for Baby Bay as Drone tries.
Why am I hearing? Did you guys hear that double?
All they need to do is time things out. I like the execution from TSM, but FaZe Clan hold on.
Followed Valorant from its drop. Never watched CS:GO.
Again, there was plenty of CC. There was a couple of ultimates that were used.
Yeah, rarity drives the price up, right?
FaZe just were stalwart in their defense there. They were able to fend off everything that TSM threw at them. A very good start to this first half.
Hold on.
They've got money to work with for days. Baby Bay is sitting on 6,900 credits.
Why? How did you? How you saying it's worth 9,000, Toaster? I'm just curious.
When there's no jet in play, the operator goes into the hands of Relyks.
I should have. I'm curious what he sold it for, because I looked at his inventory recently and like the emerald's gone. I mean, I gave it to him to sell, so I would hope that it wouldn't be there anymore. But I have a feeling he probably sold it for like not really true to its value. I actually thought about that after, but like I said, I checked his inventory and it was already gone. But I thought about telling him like, make sure you sell it for like, make sure you do some due diligence and some research, because I had no idea what it's worth, right? I can't tell him like, don't accept less than this. I've not been involved in CS trading really for like years and years. So when I gave him the knife, I wanted to remind him to like do due diligence and like just figure out what it's actually worth. Because like obviously, you know, for all I know, he could have sold it for like 80% of 80% less of what it's worth. I have no idea.
And eventually FaZe Clan, knowing their aggressive style, are just going to push a lobby and see if anyone's there, right? It's not going to be this round. We'll pay attention to Zachary here. He's going to be smoked off twice. Tries to spray through, backs away, and now it's going to be the B side. Relatively open season, but Baby Bay's in the back of sight, flash on.
He's just blind, like blind, trying to stay alive.
That was big. He was able to get one, got traded out, however, but that bought some time for FaZe to rotate over. They weren't able to get onto the site. However, as we see Relyks from up in heaven with the operator, he's got a chance at something here. FaZe, this is certainly doable. TSM has the showstopper to work with as well. Now we're starting to see them slowly creep their way forward as they get more and more real estate. There's that showstopper we were just talking about. The operator shot goes just a bit wide.
Oh my god, he could have gotten a double.
FaZe Clan at bay. It's just Relyks who's alive now, and he's not around for long. Wardell finishes him off. TSM take their third round.
It was a great retake a great hold from TSM. You have Wardell, who's looking towards the, like as we're seeing right now, the right side of the tower, and the other team, the rest of TSM, were holding this left side, this box side, and they had a flashpoint ready for Sabrosa to swing. It was incredibly held well. They had a showstopper to pair it up, and then Relyks was just trying to get a little bit of out of a tougher spot. But it was just a great hold from TSM. We saw the early round fights. It goes back and forth. The retake, unfortunately, not enough for FaZe Clan. But now let's look at this round ahead.
I'm like reading some of the chat, trying to understand the conversation that's going on right now.
That's it. FaZe does have a bit more presence that way, as you see Corey is hanging out over there. But Sabrosa and the rest of TSM have established more of an aggressive position towards Garage. There is going to be Baby Bay with the
team skins. I don't think they'll add team skins in a game like this, because I think it'll only ever be weapon skins. I don't think there will be team skins or agent skins. Maybe some type of team skin for like tournaments. Like maybe something like they did in the CGS, for anyone that doesn't know, where the in-game player models were wearing like jerseys for the teams. But for the most part, probably not, because you're going to hurt visibility. That's why gun skins, I think, will be the only thing they do. Because it's attack FPS, they talk about competitive integrity in esports, and you're gonna kill visibility if you start adding like agent skins and shit like that. One second, I'm scrolling up to look for something real fast. Yeah, Wardell did pop off last game. Hold on, I'm just trying to read the. I'm trying to scroll up so I can.
Drone is going to drop, make that too. Zachary swings, player just on the other side of cage. Wardell somehow was able to get that in the cage, but Zachary goes up top and takes care of him from over the top. Color gets in on one as well as Zachary drops. TSM's just down to one member left. FaZe Clan, they've got the numbers advantage here, and they've pinched in Cutler. He's surrounded.
Corey's going to be the first contact point here.
10 seconds left.
Now, of course, that was heard. Raucus running over. Corey will find the frag. Eventually, you saw that it was going to break. Hayes just throws up a smoke and hope that FaZe Clan don't peek in. And the double peek, they don't even trade. Hayes just falls.
Yeah, I was reading the Agriel thread too. I mean, we can make the argument that skins, of course, don't do anything, so why do people put so much emphasis and focus? But to argue that, like, they... Whatever the argument is here, that they don't have, like, value or something is just obviously false. Like, sure, skins don't do anything. Having $10,000 worth of skins will not make you any better of a player than the guy with $0 in skins. But you also have to understand that there are people that trade and, you know, do stuff with skins solely as like a collector thing. They don't even, like, they may not even play Counter-Strike that much, but they do it as in, like, they're gonna spend $3,000 trading these skins to get that skin, and then they're going to hold on to that skin for a couple months, and then they're going to sell that skin for $8,000, and they're going to make $5,000 profit because they waited until there was, like, whatever, you know, shit like that. Like,
able to walk in through it, they get the kills that they need in ropes.
But of course they don't matter. It doesn't change anything about the game. But you could say the same thing about fucking trading cards, right? Like, or like anything that has like a market or like, you know.
His way through, but does not walk through the cyber cage.
3 rounds is honestly like, that's like the minimum like acceptable on your attack side split. If they get like 4, like they're on track for a 4th round here, that's really good. And then anything past that, like 5 or 6, is like you had a really good attack side split. But I think FaZe is better on attack anyways, so we'll see. Do I think Dronathan is TSM's 2nd best player? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Sabrosa or Drone could either take like the 2nd spot. Depending on the day, you know, who's feeling it and who's fragging, but Drone's been playing pretty well recently. Well, yeah, I'm not like trying to make the comparison. But what do you mean, bro? For example, like, I don't know much about trading card games, but for instance, there can be a card that's extremely valuable, not because it's necessarily like a good card, because it's rare and it's like shiny, and then if you keep it protected and in good condition, like it's worth more, like whatever, shit like that. But obviously, yes, like they have, it's different than like skins. I wasn't like, it wasn't necessarily meant to be like a 1-to-1 comparison, but any, like, there's many things that are collectors things that are traded and sold for very high value that are meaningless, other than the fact that they are, people want to trade them, people want to sell them. There's a supply and demand there. There's like a marketplace that's been created from people trading and selling stuff for however many years, you know, they were.
In the mid round.
Well, and I like this adaptation.
Is YGO, is that Yu-Gi-Oh? Is that an abbreviation, bro? I played Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. You know what? I actually need to go like I have binders at my dad's house of like, I think 1 binder of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and another binder of Pokemon cards, and I have absolutely no idea if there's anything valuable in them. Ooh, rough. Like, you know, I've not actually played since I was in like elementary or middle school, so they're just sitting at home. But I wonder if I have anything valuable. Like, they've not been used that much, and they've just been sitting in like, you know, in a binder, like not the most protective. Oh, he did get 1. 2v5 coming. Oh my god, never mind. I should go check. I wonder, I feel like I might have, maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be some valuable shit. I mean, probably not, it's so old, but I'm just saying, you know, we'll see. Maybe there would be some good shit. Who do I think are the best aimers
Zachary with that big pick on
in the
there.
Valorant League? What is the Valorant League?
Execution was there, right? They
Are you just
dropped
asking
it
who do I
out,
think are the
was
best
towards B.
gamers in,
They
or
had
best
everything they
gamers,
wanted.
best aimers in Valorant, or
That
like what?
opening pick there was
There's
big.
not a
Long
league right
time
now, which is why I'm
for FaZe to
confused.
bring some of those resources over, but then really at that point it was Baby Bay with the showstopper who didn't really connect with that, but it bought some room, right? It created some room. TSM was kind of bunched in back behind the screens, and they fall apart this time.
Should do a Yu-Gi-Oh stream. I think I played Yu-Gi-Oh. How long has it been, bro? Like 15 years or something. I think I was like 10 years old. You've activated my trap card. I just remember like spamming Pot of Greed, and I think like an actual Yu-Gi-Oh trading card like tournaments, you have like a limit of like 2 pots of greed per hand, but like I'm playing with my dumbass friends and I just have like a deck of like 8 pots of greed. I'm just constantly drawing cards.
Zachary will find it 3v2.
There's like a command for that. I don't remember. I think Pot of Greed lets you draw 2 cards or something like that. I don't remember, bro. It's been so long.
FaZe is gonna have to make something special happen here. They're all putting it on the same side. The curveball comes out. Zachary gets taken out. Corey is able to trade it.
Do I think the battle pass should have Valorant points to buy the next battle pass? I think the battle passes are a little underwhelming. Yeah, that would be a good idea though. Bro, I was playing some Hearthstone for a bit. I like trading card games. It's a nice chill, like, you know, a lot less like active than a fucking game like an FPS game. I can just sort of I can sort of chill, you know, run the numbers in my head. I wasn't very good, but it is fun to play.
Switching sides.
Why does the Raze ult either kill 5 people and your own teammate, or does 0 damage in between? No in between. If you're killing 5 people with the Raze ult, I'm guessing that you're at like Iron Elo. But I do agree that the Raze ult can be garbage tweet from Pimp. Let's take a look. If you're from North America and have any ambitions whatsoever when it comes to Counter-Strike, now is your time. Drop your lame-ass excuses and start to dominate what right now is a weak region. Not sure that's the most well thought out thing about if you actually look at the North American Counter-Strike scene and look at the reasons that it's dying.
Discipline check for FaZe Clan if they do opt in.
But yeah, I don't know. The Raze ult, they nerfed the splash damage on the Raze ult a while ago. The only time you get like a double or a triple kill with the Raze ult is if people are like stuck in a corner. Like if they're stuck in this corner on A site on split and you ult them from heaven or something. Or if a team just happens to rush your site and like maybe on an anti-eco and they're just like groups together. Like if they're rushing through B main or A main and you rocket them. Other than that, you're probably getting 1 kill with the Raze ult, at least in high levels of play at most. But there are times where, yeah, you shoot it right next to someone and it like doesn't kill them and you look later and you did 70 damage. It is a little weird, a little finicky, where like the actual blast like radius of the ult, the damage that it does is a lot less than the graphic, right? The particle effect of the explosion. It looks like it's like all this fucking paint everywhere, and then you're like, how'd that not kill that guy? Sometimes it's weird, bro. Sometimes I swear to God, like, this is the guy, you shoot it at the ground, it doesn't kill him, or you shoot it like right at the wall behind them and it doesn't kill them, and then other times I'll shoot it like at a wall and it'll kill a guy like around the corner. But yeah, it is a little weird, a little inconsistent. Navi lost a vitality today. Yeah, 3-2, right?
Now they've got a Vandal onto Zachary. Got some weapons moving into this.
Ah, bro, Jordan quote retweeted that, and so have I. All these analysts, I'm sorry, but they're all living on fucking Pluto. Like, I get it, right? He like what he's saying is like, sure, yeah, like it's a weak region. Now's your time to like show that like you can climb to the top. But it's like, bro, there's like orgs are fucking pulling out left and right. No one is like able to make a living right now in the tier 2 of the North American Counter-Strike scene. Sure, these people can go play and compete for like months and months, right? And hope that they get signed by an org. But there's teams that have already been doing that and have been performing relatively well. And there's like no orgs that are showing any interest because like what the main league is basically like not a franchise league. I mean, kind of. I don't know. It's a mess right now, bro. The tier 2 NA CS scene.
Are going to end up at this A side once again. It's Drone and Hazed.
Surely you understand that fucking sarcasm, Imi. Use your fucking brain. He literally like quoted part of what Pimp said.
TSM have arrived, but Rocket's in a good position here from up in heaven. He's got the Spectre,
Ever thought about MTG or no?
and it looks like FaZe is just
Yeah, my brother actually played Magic the Gathering, like physical Magic the Gathering for a while, and I never really got into it. I've heard that when I was boot camping on United, Dapper was playing the MTG like Arena, whatever the fuck it is, the online trading card game, and I thought about maybe playing some of that. If I was gonna play like a TCG on like, most likely it'd be online. I don't really have like a. Technically, my half brother. He's a same mom, different dad. He's older than me, like 10 years older than me. He has a son, so I'm technically an uncle. He lives in like Michigan though. I don't see him very often. But yeah, he got me into like board games and trading card games and stuff. He actually got me into gaming in general. I remember back in the day I was playing. Anyone play Dungeon Keeper 2? Ooh, shit, that was fun. I like that game a lot. I actually just remembered it the other day, and I was watching some YouTube videos, bro. Dungeon Keeper, that was my shit back in the day. But yeah. If I was gonna get into a TCG right now, though, I'd probably just play Hearthstone or like the online Magic the Gathering. I don't think I would get into it right now, like physically. You know, like building decks and trading cards and shit like that. Maybe later, but.
Drone and Cutler that have to hold the line here for FaZe.
Oh no, he took the timing and still died.
up mid. They work their way onto A, and they have taken control of the site. The spike.
Wait, what did I just see?
Surely gonna make its way on. I like that paranoia from Hayes, but he's gonna get blinded up. Gets it through the blind anyway. Looking for the second. He's gonna push up Zachary.
Killed him through the blind while he was like backpedaling away with his Vandal.
Dell is still posted up in B heaven.
I'm triggered, leave it out.
Around. Camera here from Zachary, trying to see if he can spot anything out in towards screens where Hayes is currently playing. But Wardell hasn't moved a muscle, which means they're not going to be fighting for this.
Triumph and Chaos are in the final, and 50% of the players in that final will be switching to Valorant because of the NACS scene. Yeah, I saw Moose's tweet. I'm drinking a little leftover coffee right now.
Yeah, even though last round on the eco they found an early pick, it still wasn't enough, right? Wardell's gonna find likely somebody here, or not, or not.
Why did waifu need to be permitted?
All right, the
I don't know.
operator
It's weird.
not a factor any longer, as he wasn't able to carry that into the next round. For FaZe, they've got full armor.
I don't have a
full
brother, and I
rifles
never went pro in gaming.
to work with. That's now 3 rounds in a row.
I mean, my brother got me into gaming, but like
TSM is a stinger in the hands of Cutler.
it's different than some of the other stories. Like some people have stories where it's like, yeah, like my brother was a CS player, and like I always wanted to play, and like he taught me like everything like I know. Like he got me into gaming, played like some Dungeon Keepers, some Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, played like WoW together, like literally back in vanilla WoW. I think he might have introduced me to CS, but he was never like a really big like FPS guy. Like he definitely played FPS games, but he played a lot more like fantasy, RPG themed like type of things. The CS bug I got infected by on my own. I remember playing vanilla WoW. Yeah, I was like 8 years old. I was so annoying, bro. He actually played the game with some of his real life friends, and they were all in the same guild, and they were all like level 60 and shit. And I'm sitting here like 9 years old or something, and I would level a character to 10, and then I'd make a new one. And I would level that character to 10, I would make a new one. And I just kept asking him, I would just ask him and his friends, like I'm like this 9-10-year-old asking these like late 20 guys all the time, what's the best class? What class should I roll? What's the best class? I leveled like a warrior to 10, a rogue to 10, a mage to 10, and they're just like, just choose one, man. Like whatever you like. Oh, fuck. The highest level I reached when I played vanilla was like 34. When I was like 10 or 11. I actually played Classic WoW when it came out because I wanted to experience the nostalgia, and I got a rogue to 60. I raided some. I'm kind of sad I stopped playing because I'm still paying for my subscription too. Part of me doesn't want to pay for the subscription because I really don't like Blizzard and some of their business practices, but I played WoW. I played a Classic. I got a rogue to 60. I actually I rolled on Faralina, which was the server with all the big streamers and all the CS players I knew that were playing, like James, you know? Yeah, fucking high warlord grind, guy's out of his fucking mind. But I leveled a rogue to 60, and then I raided some Molten Core, I raided some BWL, and I stopped around BWL. I said I was gonna come out for the opening of the gates of on Courage, and I missed it because we were so busy playing Valorant, and I just kind of stopped and just sort of forgot. Yeah, James isn't hazed, and I sort of forgot about WoW. I ended up re-rolling on a different server though that wasn't Faralina. I went to that server with me, Dapper, and my girlfriend, and all three of us joined the same guild. So me and Dapper were raiding together for a while. When I played vanilla with my brother, I never played any retail WoW past vanilla. Some of my real life friends were playing on private servers, so I played Burning Crusade and Lich King only on private servers, and I didn't play like realistic. I didn't go level. All I did on private servers was PvP. I played on, you know, instant 60 servers just to play arenas and just to PvP because I'm a competitive person, and that's my favorite aspect of every game I play, even if it's an MMO, is PvP. So I actually played a shit ton of arena and stuff, but I just never played retail WoW. But yeah, I'm sure that they're going to come out with like TBC Classic and arenas, so I might play again. I have like decent gear right now, not nearly like best in slot. I'm currently like backstab, like rating spec, combat daggers. I have Perditions, I think, and maybe Corehound Tooth as my offhand. I have some tier 2. I don't even remember what gear I left on my rogue. I have like half the best in slot rating gear, but that was only when we were on BWL. But then like what's it called came out, ZG, but ZG has like no real good rogue gear, so it didn't really matter. But I'm sure I don't really even remember the gear in on Courage. Yeah, you have to pay a monthly subscription. Almost every MMO has a monthly subscription. Almost. Please don't be like, well, this one is free, or you can pay for your monthly subscription in EVE using the in-game currency. I know. Just saying most MMOs have a monthly subscription. I played League, yep. We'll tell the same story. I played League in the beta. I played League in seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I pretty much stopped playing League of Legends. I got gold in like season 3 and like plat in season 4, and then I stopped playing League because I went pro in Counter-Strike, so that's where all of my time went. Nowadays, I only play League when Earth is out or the occasional ARAMs. Speaking of League, my girlfriend actually started playing Ranked again. She, I think, said she played Ranked Season 4, and when she failed her gold promo, she stopped playing. But since they added all these new items and all these fucking changes, she started playing League again. And she actually sent me a Snapchat. She's in gold now. She's going for the highest rank ever. She's playing with a friend, duo queuing. But yeah, I've not played League actively since like season 3 or 4. When I was actively playing League, like playing ranked, the comp teams were like Reginald was playing for TSM. You know, Dignitas had Kiwi Kid and Cutie Pie still. You know, Odd One and Chaos and all of these players is like way back in the day. Oof, if he got that kill, I think he won the round. If he got that kill, he was probably going to dismiss into CT spawn, and then he would have been able to take a 1v1. 12-6 though, yikes. It's going to be a hard comeback. They're not going to be able to lose a single round, obviously. If you guys didn't know, what map's been played so far? TSM won Haven, the first map, and then TSM won Bind, the second map. Right? Does that sound right, guys? And now we're on Split, and the next map after Split is Ascent, and then the next map after Ascent is Split again. So Split, Ascent, Split is what we have left. Club Penguin. What's the worst thing I've ever done raging? Probably like throw an Xbox controller or something. I've always been like really in control of my emotions. I've never really been like one to rage. I've never broken a keyboard. I've never smashed a mouse. Personally, I just have more respect for my property. I get getting upset sometimes and slamming the desk. Like she's literally slammed her desk like 3 times just in that League ranked game she's playing. But I don't know. I've never like broken a peripheral because of like I couldn't fucking handle my own emotions. I think that's kind of, you know, it is what it is. People do it. I think some people that do it, I've seen some clips of streamers and stuff where like I've seen the same streamer break a keyboard like in 3 separate clips, and I'm just like, they have to just be doing it now for like the stream. I'm talking about like they smash their keyboard and every single fucking key comes out. there's like no way that they do it in the middle of a match. Like they don't put it back together. They probably just have a fucking backup keyboard. I've literally seen a girl and a guy, 2 separate streamers. I've seen 2 or 3 different fucking clips where they've broken 2 or 3 different keyboards. And I'm just thinking like, there's no way that this person's just breaking a keyboard once a stream or something. It has to be like for the stream, you know, like they're playing it up, right? They're exaggerating it. Heard of Delor? Yeah, don't worry. I fucking heard of Delor, all right. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought he didn't kill the Omen, bro. My mind was blown.
Clan are in a 3v3. They're gonna drop, however, as Corey's taken out.
Yeah, like smash the desk if you need. Like leave your keyboard alone, man. Unless mommy and daddy are just buying that for you, like that's your own money you're wasting there. You can get like a stress pillow that you can just beat the shit out of it if you really need to physically get your anger out, you know.
Now they know where Marv is located. Back in the alleyway, running back comes through, and likely.
Uh-oh.
The judge, no, it's not. Oh my goodness, that was close. It's now Marv.
Wait, why is the diffuse thing not on the screen? Did Haze alt tab again? Did Haze alt tab again? Why was he just standing there? This looks so weird. I don't understand. Also, why did the diffuse bar like wasn't on the observer screen? Did you see that? I couldn't even see.
Stop diffusing.
Did he alt tab again? He had to have, because he was just standing there not doing anything. He wasn't even aiming for the guy to swing on him. He's looking at the box.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he got off the bomb and looking into the abyss.
Thank you, Threnody. GG, thank you for the prime sub and welcome. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious. Hold on. Do I even have WoW installed? That's actually the crazy thing. I wonder if I even have it